Did you buy enough ammo the last time around? The ammo shortage we're currently experiencing is going to last past November and even further than that. So stick around for the rest of the video. We're going to talk about why you need to keep buying ammo now when opportunity presents itself, why the ammo shortage is going to last past November, and why we need to make sure we have enough ammunition, especially as SHTF preppers. Hey everybody, it's Magic Prepper, and today we're going to talk about the ammo shortage of 2020 and exactly how it affects you as an SHTF prepper. But really quickly, I want to address something. This channel just recently hit 20,000 subscribers, so thank each and every one of you so much for supporting the channel and getting it to the point that it's at now. It's not something I ever expected, but I'm very excited about it. I'm going to keep it rolling as best I can. I do want to let you guys know that YouTube is starting some new policies starting July 27th, where they're going to insert mid-roll ads into every video that's ever been uploaded. And if you opt out of it, there's a good chance they could bury you because they don't like when you mess with their ad revenue. So that being said, you will see mid-roll ads starting July 27th. I apologize for that. I generally opt out of them. However, I know how this works and I know what will happen if I decide to opt out of them here in the future. If you ever want to support the channel, go ahead and look down in the description or at the pinned comment below, and I appreciate every single ounce of support that I get here because it is amazing how fast this channel is growing, and it's all because of each and every one of you. So thank you so much. Now, talking about the ammo shortage of 2020 is something that's been hot, okay? Everybody's talking about it, and it's definitely an issue because it's lasted quite a while now. It all started back in February and March when there was a lot of panic buying going on. Everything surrounding the pandemic had everybody up in arms saying, hey, I better go get out and get some more ammunition. And even people who are new to the preparation game decided they needed a lot of ammunition too. Gun sales are up, ammunition sales are up, and it is hard to find certain types of ammo now. So what I wanted to address in this video is that we need to keep buying it when opportunity presents itself. Yes, if you already had an excellent stockpile before that you didn't have to spend any exorbitant prices on thanks to your timing, then you're in good position. However, you still might want to get more ammunition because there's a lot of things that it's useful for in an SHTF scenario, and we don't know how long this shortage is going to last. So I went to the store recently, and this is kind of what spurred me on to making this video, and I was able to pick up some ammunition that's a little bit harder to find right now, okay? And it made me think that I needed to share this message with everybody to make sure we keep buying and we keep taking opportunity when it's arrived, okay? So I found 6 boxes of 5.56, which is hard to find right now. My distributor is fully out of 5.56 and 2.23. My local gun store told me that this shortage is going to last a long time and to get it while I can. So I picked up 6 more boxes that were available. Hard to find. So if you find 5.56 or 2.23, you should pick it up if you have the ability to, because it is going to continually become shorter and shorter in supply, especially the closer we get to November. But we'll talk about that in a second. I also picked up another 100-round box of 9mm, which is 115 grain basic Remington green and white box. Good old full metal jacket ball ammo, nothing wrong with it, and it was only $23 for 100 rounds. So each one of these boxes of 5.56 was only $9.99. Excellent price, can't really complain too much, especially with the way things are right now. And this box of 109mm at $23 was great too. And then I was also able to find a box of 300 Blackout subsonic 200 grain rounds for $42.99 for a box of 50, which for 300 Blackout is not actually that expensive. But 300 Blackout, extremely scarce right now, even more scarce than 2.23 and 5.56 in many ways. Okay, and then a box of 308, which 308 is not as hard to find, but it's still extremely popular. And this is a super performance ammo by Hornady, which is really nice because it actually hits 3,000 feet per second with a 150 grain bullet. So this can substitute as my hunting round with a bullet weight that's similar to that of the 7.62x51 NATO round. So it kind of helps even that difference out a little bit. That being said, I was able to pick up these extremely popular rounds of ammunition just this week, okay? So what I am going to say about that is that, yes, I have a lot of ammunition. Yes, I am not worried about running out of ammunition anytime soon, but the fact that it was available and I was able to still purchase it made it so that I did, because I wanted to make sure that I don't find myself in a situation where I don't have the ammunition I need to train with properly, and I don't train at all because I'm worried about using too much ammunition. So I'm going to keep continually restocking even if I'm not using as much as I'm buying, because I want to make sure that if that time comes where I really can't get more 5.56, where I really can't get more 9mm or 300 blackout or 308 or whatever your poison is, if I can't get what I need, then I have to rely on what I have stocked, okay? And yes, if you go out of your way and you try your best to find these different types of ammunition, you can find them, but they are a lot more scarce now. If you go to your big box stores, Sportsman's Warehouse, Bass Pro Shops, Cabela's, those kinds of places, they're gonna be out of 5.56, 223, 9mm, those types of rounds. If you go to your local gun store, you're gonna have a lot better luck because people just don't tend to go there as often, so make sure you check them out and see what you can get, okay? Now, the other thing I want to say is that ammunition's not just about using it for self-defense or conflict or anything like that. We might need it in a barter and trade scenario. And yes, we all know the dangers of trading and bartering ammunition. But if you're new to prepping and you're new to getting ready for whatever's to come, just be aware that you have to be extremely careful with who you trade with so that you're not giving somebody who has bad intentions a way to act on them, okay? I do want to say as well, if you're new to prepping or if you're a prepper for a long time now and you're just interested in the topic of SHTF and how to survive it, hit the subscribe button below because this channel is growing and I can't wait to keep building this community and getting more and more information from each and every one of you, especially down in the comments where people are full of good information, and I am always accepting of feedback, even if it's put in a nasty way. So, I also want to mention that November is going to be tumultuous for every reason we already know, but when it comes to firearms and ammunition, you're going to see a lot more panic buying the closer we get to the election. Okay, this happens every 4 years when the uncertainty of who's going to be in charge is in the air, and people are worried that whoever might get elected could turn around and start putting restrictions on the types of firearms we can own and the amount of ammunition we can buy, or who knows what. Look at California, for example, with their background checks on ammunition. I have plenty of friends there who aren't even able to buy ammunition, who have zero criminal record, but their name matches somebody else's and suddenly they can't buy any. So you can be very weary of something like that happening, and it turns people into a panic buying monster. And those people will go out and start buying ammo and buying ARs and buying all kinds of stuff because they're worried about who might be in charge next. So closer to November we get, the more ammunition is going to be bought up, the more you're going to have problems finding it, and this is going to last past November. And I'm not just saying that because I'm speculating, I'm saying that based on what I'm hearing from distributors and what I'm hearing from manufacturers, that it's hard to keep up with demand right now, and they can only produce so much based on the supplies that they have, because there are shortages when it comes to things like primers, and then they also have a hard time figuring out, you know, their futures. And when I say that, what I mean is they have to try their best to manufacture the right amount of ammunition that they know they can sell in a timely manner in order to maintain a good cash flow and maintain the health of their business. So they may not just produce a ton of ammunition, because if they can't guarantee it will sell, it might actually hurt them. So the closer and closer we get to November, the more short we'll see our ammunition supply become. And past that, it still won't have time to get caught up. And then there's a big possibility, based on whoever does win the election, that the ammunition could even go away even faster, because as soon as those outcomes are determined, there might be another reason to go out and panic buy even more. So, from what I understand, from what I'm seeing from my distributor, from what I'm seeing from other distributors and manufacturers, is that this could last a while, and we need to prepare for it to last a while. So this is just my message to everyone who's preparing for SHTF situations and who's worried about making sure they have enough ammunition for self-defense, for training and practice during a long-term event. You need to buy it while it's available. While you have opportunity, try to purchase it. And yes, you might have to spend more money than you would have otherwise if you bought all this a year ago. But unfortunately, a lot of people are new to the prepping game, and that's fine. And actually, I'm very excited for those people to be part of the game now. But I need those people to still buy ammunition, even though it's more expensive, because you need to be able to take care of yourself once it becomes harder to get or maybe unavailable at all. So make sure you're buying what you can when you can. And I just wanted to kind of show an example. Yes, I live in rural North Dakota. It's a lot easier for me to acquire things out here than maybe somebody who lives in New York City, right? But I was able to get 5.56, not 223, actual 5.56, and it's 55 grain, of course. But 5.56, I was able to get 9mm, I was able to get 300 blackout, and I was able to get some high performance 308, all within the same week. And that's just because I went to different places and tried my best to find what was available. So stay on the hunt. Make sure you don't run out of ammunition. If you didn't get enough last time around, use this opportunity now while we still have a few months before November, and keep buying more. It's just something you're gonna need, and it's something that even if you have too much, which a lot of people will say there's no such thing, I might be one of those people, even if you have too much, it's still good to have. So don't worry about it. Try to get more while you can, and expect this shortage to last a long time. If you are new to prepping, new to SHTF topics in general, and you just recently went out and bought a firearm, or you're thinking about buying a firearm, get the ammunition now, even if you haven't bought the firearm yet, because you could definitely find yourself buying a Glock 19 or building an AR-15 and then one day realizing, I don't even have ammunition for this. So don't put yourself in that predicament. At this point in time, I might actually buy ammunition for a firearm I don't even own yet, knowing that I'm gonna have it soon. Another thing that you should think about when it comes to SHTF prepping, especially if you're new to the game, is if you want to make sure you don't ever find yourself fully running out of ammunition options, get some variety of calibers once you get your bases squared away. And what I mean by that is, of course, you know, a 9mm handgun and an AR-15 chambered in 5.56 is going to be a great starter for you. But if you want to then move past that and get some different options in case you can't buy that type of ammunition at a certain point, get something that'll allow you some more variety, you know? And what I mean by that is even something like 357 Magnum. Yes, revolvers are solid platform, and you can buy 357 and 38 special then for that one firearm, which gives you 2 more ammo choices to be able to choose from in case 9mm and 5.56 are all gone. Just some examples there for you, okay? So if you have any questions about the ammunition shortage, or if you're worried about, you know, what kind of calibers maybe you should entertain when it comes to trying to create some variety in your stockpile, hit the comments below. I will try my best to answer you, but if I don't get to it, I am sure somebody else will, because there's some very enthusiastic firearms owners in the comments section, and they'll definitely tell you their opinion, because I have heard it plenty of times, and even if I'm wrong sometimes, I'm glad they're there to keep me in check, okay? So, wanted to make sure to address the ammo shortage of 2020. Want to make sure you have gotten more ammunition if you didn't get enough the first time around. And I do want to say one more time, thank you to each and every one of you for hitting this huge milestone of 20,000 subscribers. Hopefully I'll see you on the other side of 100 one of these days, but we'll see. So without anything else to say, that's going to be it for Magic Prep.